Touch, Weasel! Ready for anything, except the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects.
Stop that right now! This week, we had the final part in the Martha Jones trilogy. Though, we have to face it, after part 1 she's done bugger all. Turns out, A Day in the Death of Zombie Owen was just dull, dull, dull. So, I'm not sticking around to review it. Goodbye!
You can't do that, Jack. We've got a show to do.
Oh my! Well, the show must go on, and since Owen's replaced me as tea boy...
You do know I'm making this tea ironically.
Yes. Well, this week I'm joined by Maggie the Leaper.
Hey, Ianto. Did I tell you how I crashed my car on a clear day on an empty road for no reason at all?
Yes, I think you mentioned it. Are you quite sure you're perched safely there? Oh my die! She's fallen to her death!
Believe me, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Oh, you keep quiet, you Luke Skywalker wannabe. Now, what would Jack do? Oh yes, the episode! Well, after the excitement of last week's episode, this adventure was mostly about Owen moving from pessimism to optimism with a touch of kitchen sink drama, which, while it might have looked nice on paper, made for pretty turgid viewing.
Aye. Yeah, no. It wasn't all that bad. It did have Richard Bryars in it, at least.
Oh, come off it, Owen. All he did was sit in bed clutching his magic football. It was hardly the good death. For me, the most exciting part of the episode featured suave Ianto and Owen making some coffee. Perhaps a little out of character for Ianto, since the teapot was clearly visible in shot, but it was still thrilling television.
You are pulling my leg. What about my Action Man house raid?
All in action, more like. What is it with Torchwood and sending the random character of the week into danger? It's almost like the writers aren't capable of spotlighting more than a single character at any one time, which does mean we have to focus on Tosh every 6 weeks, and that is far too often. Once in every 6 years, that'd be about right.
I like the bit where I just drowned her out while she just ranted on and on and on about nothing. Just like a typical woman.
Yes, I quite like the bit with the Tintin t-shirt, but, so, there were a couple of redeeming features. Anyway, we'd better have a look at the Tosh reading all the same. You'll just need to plug it in, though, first.
I get all the crappy jobs, do I now?
Well, that's never happened before. Who's going to read it now?
I sent Owen home to see if there are any eggs left in his fridge. I do love eggs.
Well then, Jack, if you can plug it in and try to avoid killing yourself.
This week, there was more Toshika than Gwen. Never a good sign. That there was more Toshika than Gwen, Ianto, and Jack put together, well, that was pretty much a good reason to take a short walk off a very, very long pier. Once again, Toshika said goodbye to Owen. Yuck! And once again, she said she loved him. And once again, I looked for the sick bucket. Romeo and Juliet, it was not.
More Randall and Hopkirk deceased!
Oi, Beaky, I'm making the jokes here. Of course, Tosh's major contribution to the episode was turning Owen's TV off. Very environmentally sound, but it's also something I contemplated at this point. And so, when we score this episode on the Toshometer, we say the episode was totally boring Tosh.
Well, thank you, Jack, and thanks to my other hosts, all of whom appear to be dead. So anyway, unlike dead bodies which traditionally float, Owen, please take note, this episode sank without a trace. Next week, shape-shifting aliens from DS9 attack Cardiff, mistaking it for Starfleet Command. No, hang on, that can't be right at all.